and the Minnesota Vikings. With that, we send you up to U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Standing by our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Appreciate you, Coach. Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities. But right now, calm outside. And, of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Watson on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. They'll run on first down. Donnelly. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. On second down, Donnelly. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a handoff here to his running back. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a first down.
Recon, 132 fighter, 2.
Now they try the right side here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's got room. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity.
Bravo! Now! Hard! Check hot route. Hot now.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with...
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Point after try forthcoming. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop.
Opposite. Yep. Ready.
On third down, they turn to Sanders. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
They're going to try and throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived, as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They're going to look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Here's Watson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now it's Watson. Wide open receiver, complete. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, Let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Watson now to throw. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Here's J.K. Scott now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Under 10.
2nd and 10. He's got Smith here. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. That catch good for 5. It's third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Out of the gun now on third down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So instead of fourth down, first down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because third down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for first and 10.
Get him! 52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52. Fair. Check. Left five.
Back to throw. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead. Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation. Or go 4 verticals, because why not? Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. Interesting stat line right now. And technically, he's completed 4 passes, 2 to his team and then 2 to the wrong team. It makes you wonder what he's seeing downfield, because he has completed 2 passes to his own team, but the interceptions are troubling. Is he going through the wrong reads, the wrong progressions? Is he getting fooled by defenses? They've got to figure that out over the sidelines, working on that Surface Pro to see what they see.
Go! Yes! Hey, Sam off! Crouch! Shoot!
Right back to him on first down. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here? Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And boy, they hit that one. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. He'll look to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the 2nd time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
They'll keep it on the ground. Donnelly, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Here we go. You draw forward.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 33-yard line. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Watch the pass.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Now the Packers get set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Watson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Deshaun Watson in the offense. Down 21-17. 2:24 to go. And they're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On first down, it's Watson. And he's got his man on the out route. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball. Game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Watson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. He's back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. The 30, 20, 10, 5. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possession.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Danielle Hunter in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. After the sack on first down. Watson. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll keep it on the ground. Donnelly. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings are going to win this football game. So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point splits the uprights.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
We've been around this league.
And got his man complete. 30. The 20. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Back to throw, Watson. And incomplete here. So that will leave him with 16 on the clock. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Danielle Hunter in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Vikings, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for